Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. In the last video, we played Game Mode 7, which had a slow-moving Pac-Man and the ghost moving at crawling speed, making it the other mode, aside from Game Mode 3, that was suitable for young children. And I think I managed to get through 10 screens. Well, I got through 9 and then made it to a 10th. And then I pretty much game over there. We are now going to play Game Mode 8, which is the 8th and last game mode of Pac-Man for Atari 2600. And it has a slow-moving Pac-Man and ghost moving at walking speed. So the second slowest speed for the ghost there. And, well, not much left to do but to play Game Mode 8. And it takes a little while to get Pac-Man moving. Also had to turn the volume down so that way I didn't have to yell as I make my way through here. And I might as well go ahead and start eating ghosts just because. I believe I will be playing this for about 10 minutes, which is usually how long it's going to take before I game over. And then I'm going to be playing this game mode again with the left difficulty switch set to A/expert. And now I'm going to go ahead and eat the last power pill here. I'm going to go ahead and eat the last of the ghosts here, and then make it to screen number 2. And I might as well go ahead and eat the vitamin. Why not? And I'm going to go ahead and get all the ghost points that I can. Thankfully, I was able to get all 4 ghosts right there. And I should not have tried that. It was pretty obvious that that was going to happen, and yet I still did that. And I'm just going to wait into the corner on purpose, just to eat some of the ghosts and give myself a much easier time. And that is not a good place to be. And I'm not going to reach that other ghost in time, so yeah. Let's just get on over to the rest of the wafers here, and I am not doing so well. I keep going after ghosts, thinking I can get to them in time to eat them, but that is apparently not the case when I died both times. Oh well, we can still continue with this screen on to the third one. And good. Wanted to make sure that I got all of the video wafers around the spawn zone for this particular screen, and I want to make sure that I get those too. That would be nice. And I'm going to go ahead and eat the enemies here as well. So if one knows what one is doing, getting a lot of points early on is quite easy to do. And I ran right into the spawn zone as a ghost was coming out. That's just perfect right there. And let's see if I can eat the ghosts now. And the answer is yes. Screen 4. Let us go ahead and get into the corner here. And I keep thinking I can do that when I can't. You think I'd learn at this point, but no. And I'm actually going to avoid all the ghosts on purpose. So that way, I can make it a little easier to clear this screen. And I'll probably start avoiding them here on purpose as well. Though that may cost me a little bit. Alright. And that was a bad move. Now let's go ahead and eat the ghosts again, since I'm able to. And while I could go for the vitamin, that's not necessarily going to be the best of ideas. Or maybe I can. I thought the ghost would split up and hit me. Well, that one did. Let's go ahead and go for the corner here. And do some things. Let's go ahead and eat everything here as well. I've already gotten everything around the spawn zone, but there's still some more that I want to do. And wow, that was absolutely terrible right there. Just about everything that could go wrong did in that one particular point. And I believe this is screen number 6. Let's get to the corner here. And then go ahead and eat everything that is nearby. And I thought I could turn around in time, and I could not. Now, let's see here. Well, I tried. But I got destroyed after gaining 4,081 points on screen number 6. Still not too bad, but I still could have done better. And now I'm going to set the difficulty switch on the left to A/expert so that the power pills don't last as long. And let's see what happens now. Still on game mode 8, but the power pills will only last half as long as they do on B/novice. Yeah, getting points off of the ghost will be a lot more difficult now. But I can still get some points if and when I need to. It'd be a lot better if I could get the vitamin, but I don't really see myself doing that. It disappeared before I could actually do anything. Let us get everything that is now over there. Finally gotten everything north of the spawn zone. And now we are on the second screen. And I thought I could get away with doing that. I should have just went straight for the power pill. I should have just went straight for the power pill. And I tried to go up. I couldn't do it. But I can just go in a circle and just confuse everyone. That's a cool thing. And let's see here. Well, the ghosts are still slow, so there's some stuff that I can still get away with doing. Such as eating all of the video wafers in that particular area. And I'm going to avoid all the ghosts on purpose so I can get to screen number 3. Alright. Let's get everything around the spawn zone, and especially to the right of where the ghosts show up. If we can do that, we can make that particular part of the board, this particular screen, a lot safer. And now I'm going to go ahead and keep going for everything around here. Out in this corner. Couldn't get all the ghosts, and I got trapped right there. Wonderful. And I messed around in that corner again. Also wonderful. Let's go ahead and get the stragglers that are on that part of the screen just north of the spawn point. And I couldn't get to the vitamin in time. That's okay. We still managed to clear the area around the spawn zone. Now to go for another corner and see how far we can go this time. We're not going to go very far until we run into another ghost, so let's not do that. And let's make sure we eat those video wafers to the right of where the ghosts exit the spawn zone. That would be a good thing to do. And unfortunately, I managed to run right into a ghost, right into the bottom of said ghost. And there we go. I believe we are now on screen number 5. And I thought I could get away with that. Nope. Amazing how a lot of my deaths in this entire Let's Play series, much less this one video, are all preceded by the phrase, "I thought I could get away with that." Shows how much I still have to figure out regarding this game, and wow, I am really messing up here. Let's eat all of those. Let's eat these. And wow, I had really bad luck with getting away from the ghosts. It's like I've gotten worse. But that was game mode 8 on difficulty A. And that is all of the game modes for Pac-Man on Atari 2600. Which means I finally have to do my mini review of this game. How does this game stack up? Well, it's certainly not the arcade game, that's for sure. Just because of the layout and the graphics and the sound and just about everything about this game not being true to the arcade original. It plays well at times. I certainly had no problems. but at the same time, this is definitely not a one-to-one port of the arcade game. Even the Atari 2600 port of Space Invaders was better than this. However, this is still far from the worst Atari 2600 game of all time. I still think this is far from the worst. Graphics, you can tell what everything is supposed to be, though it's not as good as the arcade. I probably shouldn't say at any point in this mini review that anything is as good as the arcade, that nothing is as good as the arcade, because it's pretty obvious. It's super, super obvious. Nevertheless, they tried with the graphics. The sound, again, nothing like the arcade original, but what's there is there. And it's not exactly anything to write home about. Play control is okay. I did have problems trying to double back or get into a certain quarter with Pac-Man from time to time. It's also kind of hard to move around at the start of the game too, or maybe it's just me. As for the ghosts, it's pretty easy to have the corner of a ghost run right into you and force you to lose one of your lives. And it's also pretty easy to get trapped by the ghost too, especially in the corners. Sadly, there are only shortcuts that let you wrap around the screen at the top and the bottom. I wish there were some on the side. Sadly, there isn't. I would have taken advantage of those a lot more if the wraparound shortcuts weren't at the top and bottom. It's responsive for the most part, but there are still some issues with the play control. And replay value, there's not going to be much to get you coming back over here. As a matter of fact, you're probably more likely to play the original or an arcade perfect port compared to this. This is still worth playing though, just to see what all the hubbub about the game was about, why people didn't like this port as much as the arcade. It may have made a lot of money, and it may have been one of the highest grossing games for its time, but it still wasn't the arcade version. If anything, this port of Pac-Man has more historical value in terms of what does and doesn't make a good port of a video game more than anything else, and is worth playing just to get an idea of how to make a good or rather how not to make a good port. Thankfully, when the game made it onto other systems in the future, the game will be a lot closer to arcade perfect. But this game didn't do it. And it's because of its imperfection that makes it worth playing at least once. It's not all bad though. This game can put up a challenge on some of the game modes, and I have noted this in the past. This is especially true with game modes 2 and 6, where you have the ghosts going as fast as they can. Even on game mode 5, I had to admit that the game was challenging when it needed to be. So in the end, it's worth playing just to see what all the fuss about this particular port was about. Just to see all the fuss and the commotion and the criticisms and everything about this game that makes this what it is. as okay to middling to terrible as this port can be, is still worth checking out from an historical standpoint. Or if you're on an Atari 2600 binge. So do I recommend this? Again, worth checking out at least a couple times just for the historical standpoint alone. It may have made Atari a couple $1 million, but it's nothing like the arcade version at all. And it is a perfect topic for a game when it comes to talking about how not to make a good port, how a port could have been better, how hype can work for or against a game, stuff of that nature. And even if you do like this, you'll probably still find yourself playing the arcade version more than likely anyway. So there's that. And that has been Let's Play Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe just a little bit more. And hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!